Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at the medieval set. It's a Dutch Windmill Medieval Countryside set provided by Letsbrick. You can get this for £56 or it's $69.99, and it comes in 2,296 pieces. And as you can see from the box, it's a very good box, it's very sturdy. It's got the set on the front there. I'll just turn it around, you can see the back. Again, you have the set in a bit more detail. So you can see there's quick features, you've got a windmill, there's lights, different parts of trees and foliage sort of around the set itself. So the packaging is very good, no faults with that at all. And I'll just move it away so you can see the set. And all the pieces come in bags. I think there were 7 bags. That was in boxes too, so there's no chance of things getting broken. I will say before I start the actual review that there was a piece missing on mine. It may have been mislaid by me, but it is a top piece. It's quite a big piece, so I can't say here or there, but you'll see in a minute. It doesn't actually affect the overall design massively. And this is the first I've heard of a piece going missing from a set from Letsbrick. But anyway, I will move this forward and you can have a closer look. So here's the set. As you can see, it's I'd say roughly 30 centimeters in length and maybe 15 back. It has a lot of external space, which has been covered up with good little pieces like foliage, sort of leaves that have fallen off the tree. You got these, I believe, like I'm guessing pumpkins or something, and see like different reeds. And there's just general pieces of different colours that have been used to kind of break up the base there, but also without that it would look quite squashed. So I think that's been quite well done. The windmill rotates as you'd expect it to. It does spin for purposes, you can just see there. I won't spin it too fast. And as part of it, there is the roof does sort of lift off. It's clipped on, and so you can place minifigures inside if you wanted to. The set doesn't come with any minifigures, which is okay. As we'll cover on a little bit, I will class this set as more a display set rather than for playability. And to touch on one of the reasons why is the top piece here. So the top of the windmill, I'll just lift this up so you can see. So that's the piece that I said that was missing or I'd lost. So I can't fault anyone because I don't actually know. So this piece here was incredibly painful is probably the word I'd use to build. The effect is great, and it looks awesome, and you know it's meant to have an old sort of medieval effect. You know, when nothing wasn't, it wasn't all exactly the same. You know, but although the design was great, it's incredibly fiddly. I'm not sure if I want to necessarily do this, but I will do it to show you. So it uses sort of I think it's a wheel piece, looks like a wagon or something like that, and all the pieces clip to it, which is great, and it's a great interesting technique, but it just makes it very fragile. I can see what the design they were trying to get, and I think the actual outcome does look really good, but just do be warned, I think that's why it says it's 14 plus, so it's not necessarily for children to build. If your children are building it, you probably need some help. I'll spin the set round so you can have a quick look. So we have a general overview. So from this angle you can see you have the house part that's sort of connected onto the windmill. The doors do open and you have a lantern out the front, and as like I say, there's some more sort of foliage and bits and pumpkins and so on. One thing to notice is for some reason that the base plate does bend up. I'm not entirely sure why, but it has a bit of flexibility on that side. I honestly not sure why, and it's not a solid base plate, so it's just something to be aware of. It may just be mine, but I can't be sure. To cover around, you have this interesting railing that's sort of built out with the pieces, like spanner pieces that are built up, and there's bars connected on them, which gives that kind of railing effect. Again, it's like medieval times, so it's nothing smooth and polished like you would have in a set these days, or a building these days. Yeah, so you got a chimney, obviously a nice piece showing the smoke coming out, which is an added little feature, and I think that works really well. The chimney's done well. Again, it's quite simple, but it's very lots of different pieces to make up that texture of the chimney. But it's one thing with this set, other than, as I mentioned about this top piece. It looks very visually appealing. I don't think you'll be disappointed with the outcome of it. It's very nice. It's just, I keep going on about the top bit, but it was hard. But yeah, so on the back here you've got a tree. Again, sort of the leaves coming off of it, as you'd expect, different colours, like autumn leaves sort of thing. And yeah, you have some extra sort of windows within the windmills as well. So you've got one there and one there, and that's it, I think. One thing to note is that these pieces aren't printed pieces, so they are stickers. It comes with quite a few stickers to place on, and it gets this added effect for the wood, which I'll just show. So these are stickers, same as here and here. The ones on the bricks, or plates, sorry, are stickers too. So you have a sticker on the front of the windmill and so on. You get the idea. Again, stickers aren't necessarily a problem. They're good quality, they stick on well, nothing's peeled, so I won't fault it on that. It's just something to bear in mind. But other than that, the set is great. As I said, visually appealing. Just take your time with it. We'll show you the instructions in just a second. And if you had a medieval sort of diorama, or you had a part of your city that you want to add a medieval theme to, then this is going to be perfect for it. I think it matches in quite well with genuine Lego. The brick pieces are very good quality, no issues with that at all, and they'll click together. There's no resistance or anything like that, so I can't fault it on that side. So generally, I think if I was going to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give it 8 out of 10. I definitely would recommend people to buy it. As a non-biased opinion, I believe that you will be happy with it. Just take your time with building the top part here. But the finished outcome is definitely something you will be proud of, and you'll be happy to display it. I'll quickly get the instructions. You can have a look. The instructions are good quality. A little bit different if you're used to Lego instructions, but the same principles used it with steps. One sec, I will move this back and get the instructions. So here are the instructions. This is an example of what to expect. The colours are a little dark in places, and it is a little tricky to see which ones you're using, but generally speaking you can figure it out without much hassle. They use a general sort of building process. Again, unlike the Lego instructions where you have the blue is what you've already built, and the coloured pieces are going on top. So these are a little bit different to what I was used to. I'm not necessarily going to say it's a negative, but it's just different. As you can see, multiple steps, and it does clearly show what pieces you have, what ones where you need to put them. As I say, the only thing with the instructions found is that the colours were slightly off. But in honesty, I've found with alternate Lego sets is that it seems to be a common thing. Doesn't stop you building it. It does slow you down a little bit, but fundamentally you can still see the pieces you need, and it clearly shows where you need to place them. So if you did want to buy this set, there will be a link in the description which will take you to their website to buy. I would be really interested to hear what your thoughts are of this set. So if you do have any thoughts or comments, do drop them below, and it'll be interesting to see what you say. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you again.